Okay, so this is part 2. My phone rang and I'm recording this on my phone, so I hate when that happens. It was just getting really good, so let me get back on track. Okay, so yeah, it takes, for some of us, like decades, and not to say that that's wrong, but sometimes that's what has to happen. Everything in divine timing, so it's never too long or too late, or like, don't worry about that. It's all divine timing. So divine masculines, I feel you, and I'm sending you love and energy because you're purging, and sometimes it can be very scary, especially if divine masculines are doing it on their own. They don't have any support. They not really know who to reach out to, much less know what's going on. So divine masculines, I really hope you can reach out because there is support. I'm here to help support twin flames, divine masculines and divine feminines. And so feel free to reach out because I know when I was going through this on my journey, and my journey began, I want to say, about 25 years ago. And so there was not even internet back then. And so I had to go to the library because there weren't even like new age bookstores, or like these bookstores that had like really a new age section. It was very limited back then. Anyway, I'm rambling, going off tangent. Okay, so let's go into the energies in the connection. Let's see what the energies are right now for both of you in your connection. This is mostly for twin flames in separation. Okay. So for twin flames in separation, you are currently feeling all the feels, all the romantic, like longing to be physical, like getting past all the ego stuff and just being in this beautiful energy of spiritual connection leading to like incredible physical connection, intimacy, vulnerability. And so both twins are feeling this. And I get how frustrating it is when you can't be together because you have these feelings and you know they're real because you feel them. And so when you can't have your twin flame with you and all you want to do is experience this, it's like a distraction in life. It's like, how can you focus on anything else? My advice is the best way to focus is to bring all this passion that you feel for your twin flame, turn it inwards, turn it to more self-love, more self-care. Spoil yourself with love. Spoil your inner child. Your inner child is the part of us that is this longing. Our inner child longs for completeness, oneness, wholeness, because our whole inner child aspect of ourselves has always been about separateness, separation, isolation, seclusion. I'm on my own and I'm alone. So when the inner child comes from that perspective, all the inner child wants is, I want somebody to complete me. And we all know on this journey that it's not about someone else completing us. It's about us feeling complete on our own through healing, through releasing of the emotions and energies that the inner child is holding on to, because that's all the inner child knows. It only knows what it's been taught through experience. And so in my healing sessions, when I work with you, I pull the cards to see what needs to be healed. And then I go in with you as you're listening to this session, like a guided meditation. And I, through my voice and through guiding you, I help you release what your inner child is holding on to. So any feelings of separation, anxiety, fear, resentment, like you name it, whatever I see in the cards for you, I go in and help you release that. And the reason I'm able to do that is because I've spent so many years on my spiritual growth and healing my own inner child. And trust me, I'm still working on it. It's like evolving and ever evolving process. I was able to put the two together. So my spiritual growth, along with my inner child work, with my healing energy work, I studied with a spiritual healer for over 2 years and learned how to do energy healing because I was so broken. At least that's what I thought. My inner child had the story that, well, I had the story that my inner child was broken. And so I had to release all of that energetically, emotionally, mentally. And then so it's an evolution as you are on your evolution. And that's what this time is about. It's coming out of the darkness and being free, freeing ourselves into the light. So when you're feeling all this romance, just turn it inwards. Because the more you love yourself, the more you will be this embodiment of love to attract love to you. Whether that's your actual twin flame or if it's just another soulmate connection, whatever it is, you will be an embodiment of love by turning this passion inside, this passion that you have for your twin flame. And then you can manifest that twin flame connection. You absolutely 100% can. And how to get there is we just release the blocks. We release all the pain, everything that's there. And it's coming to light whether we know it or not. And sometimes, like what I do is I just assist you. I assist the already evolving process that's going on with you. I know for myself, I held on to it. I held on to being broken because that's how I identified myself with. When I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, like 20 years ago, I held on to that story that that's what I was. And so for many years, I took that on until I realized that no, that's not who I am. That's not the truth of who we are. We are perfect, whole, and complete. We just have to shed the stuff, the stories, the patterns, the trauma most times, and the trauma is very serious, and I just help you let go of that energetically and emotionally. I'm just really feeling some of you who are watching. So it's okay, because I know how it feels. When I was going through my healing, I had to reach out to other spiritual healers. They were called spiritual healers. Now it's more like energy healers, because I didn't want to be on prescription drugs. I didn't, like, they were making me feel weird and loopy. Not to say to take, not to say that, not to get off your prescriptions, but for me and who I was at the time, it wasn't going well with my body chemistry, and so I wanted alternative ways to deal with this, with my healing. Okay, so I know this is probably going on, so I'm just gonna get like one more card for your connection to give you guys some insight to the energy that's going on. Okay, so emergence. Yes, you are coming out of the darkness. You are awakening to your healing. Both of you, both twin flames, whether they're conscious of it or not, whether you are or not, this is happening, and this is cause for celebration, because as I said, whether we are doing it or not, it's the energies that are on the planet that are lifting, like overhauling us into light. So congratulations, guys. I really feel this positive energy for both of you twin flames, and just to hang in there in your separation, because separation is only an illusion, and once we fully embody that truth, you will have your physical connection. And the reason why we're in separation is because they're mirroring to us what we have to clear out, what we have to heal on a mental level, on an emotional level. And so my work is to help you release that energetically. And so, not to worry, separation is an illusion. Remember that you are one with your twin flame inside. And remember that you are one with your inner child, and your inner child plays a big part in